Millions in Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
The Euphrates River, the longest river in Western Asia, has been crucial in sustaining agriculture throughout the region for centuries. However, in more recent years, this renowned river has stirred worldwide concern due to its drastic decrease in water levels. But the recent report we are about to share has broken the camel's back. The Euphrates River has finally dried up. What is even more shocking is that the dried-up river has revealed something that has sparked curiosity among archaeologists and water management experts. This discovery that archaeologists uncover is believed to have a twist in what we long knew about the history of the river. What shocking discovery did archaeologists uncover? And what led to the sudden depletion of the Euphrates River? Let's find out. Before we address the recent news about the total dry-up of the Euphrates River, let us look at some historical context and facts. Please pay attention to everything we are about to say, as it will make you connect all the dots that led to the present state of the river, especially the recent discoveries. The Euphrates River is approximately 2,800 kilometers, 1,740 miles, long, and is one of the two main rivers that define the historical region of Mesopotamia, the other being the Tigris River. The Euphrates River was crucial in developing ancient civilizations such as the Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. Surprisingly, there has been an alarming decline in this ancient river. While other water bodies like the Aral Sea and Colorado River have dried up due to extensive irrigation projects and water diversions, the dwindling of the Euphrates River has revealed something that can reshape the history we know. Now let us go deeper. Throughout history, the Euphrates has been a vital water source for agriculture, providing fertile soil for the growth of crops and sustaining various civilizations. Originating in the highlands of eastern Turkey, the river flows through Syria and Iraq before joining the Tigris River in the southern part of Iraq to form the Shatt al-Arab, which empties into the Persian Gulf. The river has been mentioned in ancient texts such as the Holy Bible, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Atrahasis epic, and many others. This river is also associated with the rise of early civilizations such as the Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. These civilizations utilized the river for irrigation, transportation, and trade, contributing to developing complex societies. In modern times, the Euphrates River remained an essential resource for the region, supplying water for agriculture, hydroelectric power generation, and supporting ecosystems. But the Euphrates River wasn't just a river for farmers. It was a fierce boundary separating east from west. Long ago, it marked the edge of the Roman Empire, dividing it from the Persian Sasanian Empire. This division created a stark contrast in culture, politics, and trade. However, the Euphrates River was more than a mere line on a map. It witnessed battles and played a key role in the struggle for dominance. Armies clashed and empires rose and fell along its banks. One battle, the Battle of Carrhae in 53 BC, humbled the mighty Roman Republic. Throughout history, conquerors longed for control over the Euphrates. When the Islamic caliphates emerged in the 7th century AD, they recognized the river's potential. They understood that it could serve as a lifeline, enabling trade, transportation, and the prosperity of great cities like Baghdad. During the Crusades in the 11th and 12th centuries, the Euphrates River became a coveted prize. Christian and Muslim forces clashed, fiercely recognizing its strategic value and fighting for its control. The construction of dams along the Euphrates River has also been a significant development in the region, impacting both the environment and human populations. Several dams have been built along the Euphrates River, primarily by Turkey and Syria, with the largest ones being the Ataturk Dam in Turkey and the Tabqa Dam in Syria. These dams serve various purposes, including hydroelectric power generation, irrigation, flood control, and water storage. One of the major dams on the Euphrates is the Ataturk Dam, located in southeastern Turkey. Completed in 1992, it is one of the largest dams in the country and has a significant impact on the downstream flow of the Euphrates. The dam provides irrigation water for agricultural purposes, generates hydroelectric power, and helps regulate water flow, reducing the risk of downstream flooding. Another significant dam is the Tabqa Dam, located in northern Syria. It was constructed in the 1970s and served primarily as a hydroelectric power plant. The dam's reservoir, Lake Assad, is one of the largest artificial lakes in Syria and provides water for irrigation in the surrounding areas. These dams have contributed to economic development, providing opportunities for industrial growth and agricultural expansion. However, constructing dams along the Euphrates River has also raised concerns and challenges. But now, the Euphrates River is a mere shadow of its former self. It has transformed from a mighty river visible from space to a waterway with barely any water. What's worse is that 9 million Syrians live near the Euphrates River, and their lives are in grave danger. Without a reliable alternative to the river, the entire population faces the risk of destruction. One significant risk is the impact on downstream regions, particularly Iraq, where the Euphrates River is a vital water source. The reduced water flow caused by dam construction can lead to water scarcity, affecting agriculture, ecosystems, and communities that rely on the river for their livelihoods. Also, these dams have altered the natural flow of sediment downstream, affecting the river's ecology and contributing to erosion and coastline degradation. It has also disrupted the migration patterns of fish and other aquatic species, impacting local ecosystems. Why is the Euphrates River suddenly drying up? Experts have revealed disturbing news regarding the future of Iraq's Euphrates and Tigris rivers. The country's water ministry has issued a report stating that immediate action must be taken, as these rivers could dry up within the next 20 years. This is a major problem because these rivers provide up to 98% of Iraq's surface water supply. It's even more alarming to consider that by 2040, Iraq could potentially become a land without rivers. The decline of the Euphrates River is worsened by several factors, compounding its existing issues. Climate change, conflicts, and unregulated dam constructions in neighboring countries all contribute to this water crisis, which puts the lives and well-being of millions of people in the region at risk. According to Berkeley Earth, an organization specializing in climate science based in California, Iraq's annual temperatures have risen almost twice as fast as the global average since the late 1800s. While the world has warmed by an average of 1.3 degrees Celsius, Iraq has experienced an alarming increase of 2.5 degrees Celsius. However, the problems affecting the Euphrates River originate more than 1,000 miles away in eastern Turkey, beneath the Taurus Mountains. For many years, the Turkish government has been constructing numerous dams primarily for generating electricity and creating farmland. Since the 1970s, when dams were built in Turkey and Syria, the water flow into Iraq has been significantly reduced, reaching a decrease of nearly two-thirds of its original supply. Iraq has had ongoing disputes over its fair share of water with its neighboring countries for decades. Tensions escalated in the early 1970s when Turkey and Syria diverted the Euphrates River into reservoirs, causing a drastic decrease in water flow downstream to Iraq. In response, the Iraqi government constructed a network of canals to connect the Euphrates River to Lake Tharthar Reservoir, northwest of Baghdad. Despite these efforts, the Iraqi ministry predicts that by 2035, the Euphrates River will only be filled to one-third of its original capacity. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers are losing water, leading to a dire shortage of 80% of the water Iraq needs. A study by NASA and the German government has shown that the groundwater in the Tigris-Euphrates basin is disappearing at an alarming rate. By 2040, Iraq is predicted to face extreme water scarcity, according to the World Resources Institute. The consequences of this water crisis are already unfolding and causing great hardships for the people of Iraq. Aid organizations have reported that at least 7 million Iraqis are in danger because of the lack of water. It's becoming difficult for them to access food and electricity. The wheat production, especially in the northern region, could decrease by up to 70%. A major overhaul of the irrigation system is needed to improve the situation, but it would cost an enormous amount of money, around $50 to $70 billion. Unfortunately, Iraq doesn't have the financial means to undertake such a project. As a result, the country is facing the threat of starvation. The reduced water flow impacted the region's food supplies and the fertility of the land. Water scarcity is something that happens from time to time, but this wasn't a natural occurrence. It was intentional. Tensions escalated, and Iraq even threatened to bomb Syria's Tabqa Dam if immediate changes were not made. Thankfully, Saudi Arabia and the Soviet Union intervened, averting any possible crisis. However, this was just the beginning. Every year, the struggle for water intensified, and nobody seemed to care about the dwindling natural resources they were fighting over. The river continued to dry up and nobody took responsibility for it. But sadly, this story is not unique. It repeats itself worldwide, where humans exploit resources without considering the future. We know that the resources we depend on are not infinite, and we often ignore the topic of sustenance and rather focus on the battle for self-interest. What was found beneath the Euphrates River? Archaeologists who were on the lookout for ancient artifacts found something even bigger. In a dramatic turn of events, the drying up of the Euphrates River revealed a long-lost city. But this was not a sudden revelation. The Euphrates drought of 2018 had exposed parts of the city, but before archaeologists could explore the site, the water rose back up, taking its opportunity with it. However, this time, the Euphrates drought revealed the entire city, and archaeologists are not wasting time to seize the opportunity. This extraordinary city, believed to be the ancient Zakiku, was a significant center in the Mitanni Empire, which thrived around 1550 to 1350 BC. The city's location is Kamuna, in Iraq's Kurdistan region. In response to this unexpected opportunity, Dr. Hassan Ahmed Qasim, a Kurdish archaeologist and chairman of the Kurdistan Archaeology Organization, joined forces with German archaeologists Gunborg Preval Dr. Ivana Pulgis from the University of Freiburg and Professor Dr. Peter Falzner from the University of Tübingen. Together, they undertook rescue excavations in January and February 2022, collaborating with the Directorate of Antiquities and Heritage in Duhok, Iraq. The archaeologists and historians worked tirelessly, driven by the need to preserve and decipher these invaluable artifacts before they were lost again. Among the desolate ruins and fragments of history, this dedicated team of explorers stumbled upon clues hinting at the existence of the great city of Zakiku. This city was the heart of the vast Mitanni Empire, stretching 600 miles from the shadowy Zagros Mountains to the shimmering Mediterranean Sea. The ancient Mitannis were a fierce and proud people who once vied for dominance over the golden lands of Syria, clashing with the mighty Egyptians. However, their power crumbled during the attack of the Hittites and the Assyrians. Zakiku's splendors were swallowed by time and nature's cloak. The Old Babylonian Empire, which ruled Mesopotamia between the 19th and 15th centuries BC, founded Zakiku around 1800 BC. They established the city to capitalize on the traffic of caravans and the flourishing trade route in the Near East, encompassing the present-day Middle East, Turkey, and Egypt. Zakiku, with its reliance solely on water and soil in the area, grew into a significant commercial city in the region for approximately 600 years. Eventually, it suffered from an earthquake and was subsequently abandoned. In the 1980s, Zakiku met its ultimate demise when it was flooded and submerged as part of the Mosul Dam project, constructed under the late Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein. Archaeologists also unearthed artifacts that revealed the secrets of an ancient civilization. Although it was assumed that a catastrophic earthquake had reduced everything to rubble, nature concealed these treasures instead. This ancient empire held sites of unparalleled astonishment. Archaeologists found towering walls, reaching 22 feet in height and 6 feet in thickness, silently guarding vibrant murals adorned with hues of red and blue. This structure, submerged for centuries, had stood the test of time. Though weathered, some sun-dried mud walls still stood at an impressive height of almost 10 feet. Amidst the grandeur of this ancient city, one building stood out above the rest, causing the team to call it the Huge Magazine Building. The building has a towering multi-storied structure, hinting at its immense significance in the past. Evidently, this building had served as a central storage hub, safeguarding precious treasures from distant lands. Ivana Pulgis, a renowned archaeologist, emphasized the importance of this structure to the ancient Mitanni Empire. As the excavation continued, the team unearthed more mysterious discoveries. 5 ceramic vessels yielded fragile clay tablets submerged underwater for an astonishing 4,000 years. It is close to a miracle that cuneiform tablets made of unfired clay survived so many decades underwater, Falzner says. Archaeologists believe these ancient tablets hold the key to a forgotten era, offering us glimpses into the daily life of a lost city. The ancient city whispered its secrets through these clay tablets, untouched by the hands of governments and free from any propaganda. These ancient tablets, buried and miraculously preserved, unveiled the lives of its long-forgotten residents as if they were hushed confessions from the past. The team made a startling discovery during a meticulous examination of one of these tablets. They found a familiar seal impression belonging to Gimmel Narak, a prominent figure from the ancient Mesopotamian city of Turka. This was no ordinary find. The seal indicated Gimmel's authoritative role within his community during the late 18th century BCE. It raised a burning question: who was Gimmel Narak? As the team ventured further into the ruins, a ghostly tale unfolded. Among the relics, 14 tablets told the story of Gimmel Narak. These tablets were discovered within the walls of a grand house, suggesting that Gimmel held a significant position and maybe even had ties to the local king Tilashu. However, amidst tales of prosperity and power, there were also heartbreaking stories of despair. These struggles painted a haunting backdrop to an ancient world that was once vibrant and thriving, but is now lost to the sands of time. As darkness fell, a glimmer of hope emerged. Two dedicated scholars, Bucciolati and Olivia Ruel, embarked on a mission to uncover the secrets of the past. Through their meticulous work, they began to piece together the history of Turkey during the 18th century BCE. These tablets were more than mere historical records. They are proof of a once flourishing civilization and the indomitable spirit of its people. The whispers of Gimmel Narak and countless others immortalized in clay reached out across time to ensure their legacy would not be forgotten. In a world where remnants of the past lay buried, nature sometimes reveals hidden secrets of millennia. A comprehensive conservation project has been undertaken to prevent the rising water levels from destroying this significant site. The project, funded by the Gerda Henkel Foundation, covered the excavated structures with tightly fitting plastic sheets and layered them with gravel fill. The primary objective of this endeavour is to safeguard the walls made of unbaked clay and any other undiscovered artefacts within the site from potential damage during periods of flooding. These amazing artifacts will be preserved for the next generations with such measures. What religious significances does the Euphrates River hold? The drying up of the Euphrates River has caught the attention of environmental scientists and followers of Islam and Christianity. Both religions have prophecies related to this river, and people are watching closely to see if these prophecies come true. For Muslims, there are hadiths or sayings of Prophet Muhammad that mention the drying up of the Euphrates River. These hadiths suggest that significant events will occur when this happens. One hadith talks about a mountain of gold being revealed when the river dries up, and another mentions a great battle where many people will die. These prophecies were made by Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago, and are believed to be signs of the prophesied Judgment Day. For Muslims, the prophecy about the drying of the Euphrates River and the discovery of gold is particularly important because it is connected to the arrival of the Mahdi, a messianic figure in Islamic belief. If major gold reserves are found in the riverbed, it could lead to conflicts among tribes in the area, with outside powers getting involved. Many Muslims are anxiously waiting to see what happens to the Euphrates River while following the Prophet's warning not to seek gold. However, there are alternative interpretations of these prophecies. Some scholars suggest that the gold mentioned in the prophecies may symbolically represent the valuable revenues generated from the dams along the river. It's also possible that valuable resources like gold and petroleum deposits could be discovered underground as the water recedes. The drying of the river and the sinking of the land could reveal these hidden resources. The significance of the Euphrates River in religious prophecies has sparked curiosity and speculation among believers. Some are waiting for the specific prophecy about the mountain of gold to come true, while others are considering metaphorical interpretations or the uncovering of hidden resources. As the river continues to dry up, the fate of the Euphrates is closely tied to the hopes, beliefs, and interpretations of those who follow these prophecies. In Christianity, there is also an anticipation of the Euphrates River drying up. Followers have been trying to predict the timing of the second coming of Jesus Christ, and now it seems that the Euphrates River holds an important clue. The Euphrates River is mentioned in the Book of Revelation, which contains apocalyptic prophecies. It describes how the river will dry up, allowing the kings from the east to march their armies towards Armageddon. This event represents God's wrath on the land of Babylon and sets the stage for a final battle. Another passage in the book mentions the release of 4 angels from the Euphrates River, signifying the impending final judgment and the death of 1/3 of mankind. These prophecies suggest that the drying up of the Euphrates River could lead to global conflicts and even a nuclear holocaust. Some scholars have pointed out that Turkey, through its river control, could trigger these end-of-the-world events. The scholar notes that the Ataturk Dam in Turkey can stop the flow of the Euphrates, which could allow forces aligned with the Antichrist to attack Jerusalem. The existing technology to manipulate the Euphrates River's flow adds to the belief that these prophecies could be fulfilled in our lifetime. These interpretations and beliefs surrounding the Euphrates River and its connection to apocalyptic events continue to captivate Christian believers, creating a sense of anticipation and unease as they try to understand the signs of the approaching end times. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more interesting and informative videos.